What's up, family? I'm JB Black CEO, and welcome to Black CEO Media 2.0. Guess what? Out here in America and not St. Lucas, Cabo, out here in America. All right, real quick. Today is what is it? Friday, August 29th, 2025 out here. And as the world know, and a lot of people know, we've been following the Shanquella Robinson case since it started, as well as a lot of other content creators. Excuse me. And bringing you updates on this civil lawsuit out here in America, where the Robinson family is putting the Cabo Six in them old school headlocks out here in America. Daejhane Jackson, as we know, she already admitted that was her in the video. She admitted that was her jumping on Shanquella Robinson, in these court file papers. We already know that she can change the narrative up from being alcohol poison. And we already know that Nazir filed his paperwork saying, prove it if I did something to her. And he still ain't came out once Daejhane Jackson said it was just self-defense. So let's see, alcohol poisoning, self-defense. No, fall in the bathroom, fall in the pool area, something like that over there in Cabo. And she can change her whole narrative to it was self-defense. And Azir and the rest of them came out and said, wait a minute, she lying. Because when we was in the room over there, we all agreed it was alcohol poisoning. So the whole lie can change that it was self-defense. But ain't none of the other Cabo Six buddies went back to their attorneys and switched it up saying, you know what? Daejhane told us a fib. She told a boo-boo and cause she had us thinking it was alcohol poison. Couldn't be, because for one, it was a lie. Okay, if you follow the Shanquella Robinson case and you want to see some updates and hear some updates, make sure you subscribe here at Black CEO Media 2.0. Hit the subscribe, hit like, hit that notification button. So when I do go live, guess what? You get the notification, and then boom, I'm gonna bring you the truth and not the damn juice. The lion den. Boom, you see the logo. All right, today, real quick, I'm gonna put up here on the stream where Daejhane Jackson, she tried to call herself Amani Green, is using the address, her old address as a tactic. I think the Robinson family attorney came out and said that, that type of tactic that Daejhane is using when it comes to the address. I ain't lived there. I didn't live in Jamestown. I was living at such and such. Damn it, well, you should have stayed still. That way they could have served you the proper way without having to get private eyes and different things like that, Daejhane. You seen them trying to get with you, and you sitting around here hiding up in the damn rabbit hole, wanting what you did to Quilla to just go away. And it's just not. And Miss Robinson and the family is putting you in that old school headlock. And I think it's good, because they need to try to get some justice up out of you, Daejhane Jackson. Just my opinion. A lot of people still want to see justice out here in America. And that's what the Robinson family is working on too. So we're going to read some paperwork that Daejhane attorney filed, because all of this stuff is public records. Now, what we did blur out a couple of addresses and some names due to the fact it is a legal court battle or situation going on with this case with Shanquella Robinson. But we're going to read, I guess, to me, it's like it's a tactic to try to get it thrown out. Daejhane said it needed to be dismissed because she wasn't properly served. So we're going to kind of go over that here, right now, today on this Friday out here in America. So let me put the first one up, and I'm going to read it from my right over here, okay? There it is right there. This was filed this month on the 18th of this month, 2025, August 18th. This is what she filed through her attorney, okay? Her declaration of Imani Green, okay? Let me take my shades off as I read this over here. All right. Salamander Robinson, individually and as personal representative for the state of Shanquella Robinson, deceased, versus Imani Green, Elise Hyatt, Malik Dyer, Winter Donovan, Khalil Cook, and Mr. I wasn't there, Nazir. I don't know why Nazir ain't went back to his attorney and said, wait a minute, they had me thinking it was alcohol poisoning, and I went there, but when I got there, they said, but anyway, this guy ain't showed up yet. He just saying, prove that I done something to her. But damn it, well, they been lying in it. But anyway, Okay, let's start right here. Let's start under the bottom of the defendants. Okay. I, Amani Green, aka Daejhane Jackson, being of a legal age and duly sworn under penalty of perjury, pursuit 28 USC 1746, attest and state as follows. I am over the age of 18 years old, suffer no legal disabilities, have personal knowledge of the facts set for the facts set the facts set forth below. Hold on, my phone ringing. Hold on. Cut that off real quick. The facts, I have personal knowledge of the facts set forth below, and I am competent to testify. I'm a current citizen of, and resident of Hartford, Connecticut, Hartford County, Connecticut. Okay. I have resided at, no, I have not resided at, I took the address out right there. I have not resided at such address at Jamestown, North Carolina since April 21st, when I moved to 6035 Neal Trail Circle, Walkertown, North Carolina. I have not resided at that address in Jamestown since April 2021, when I moved to 6035 Neal Trail Circle, Walkertown, North Carolina. Please see the first page of the lease attached and incorporate hereon as Exhibit A, showing the following original lease term from April 2021 to May 2022, which has been redacted to protect my privacy. I relocated to Hartford, Connecticut in December 2022 after she got back from Cabo. Okay. I relocated to Hartford, Connecticut in December 2022 when I moved from North Carolina to live with my grandmother in Connecticut. Please see the North Carolina resident notice of intent to move out and text messages with property owner. We got all of those receipts also where she went back and forth with public records, where she's showing that she left the property down there in North Carolina. She lived at, 6035 Neal Trail Circle in Walkertown, North Carolina. And basically she's using these dates and different things like this to kind of maneuver, trying to say where she lived and didn't live and how she was served at the end of the day, though. Hopefully that can make a little sense, though. And letting you know that she relocated to Hartford, Connecticut in December 2022 when I moved from North Carolina to live with my grandmother. And that was after what happened to Shanquella Robinson in October of 2022. So she was getting the hell out of town because guess what? The world was coming after her. Okay. The world was coming after her. So I'm gonna leave it up there for 1 minute. And after this video, you can go back. Hopefully you can see it. That's the biggest I can make it right there. Okay. Let me pull up my other one here. The next page to that right there. Let me see. And we're going to analyze it real quick. Let's pull it up. This is the part 2 of this first page right here. Okay. She's basically trying to get her receipts saying like when she left North Carolina and moved to Connecticut and things like that. And just basically saying she wasn't properly served by Shanquella Robinson's family attorney, which she's ducking and dodging. That's how I look at it. We the people know that she is ducking and dodging. All right, let's read it from the top up there. Management company attached, and what's that? Incorporate hereon as Exhibit B, showing the lease termination in November 2022 and moved out in December 2022. Okay, I want to make sure I say that right. And she basically, because they have the receipts, I just didn't post it. But she says she's showing the lease termination in November 2022 and moved out in December. Termination was in November 2022. I'm sorry. And she moved out in December 2022, basically going to her grandmother's house in Connecticut after what happened to Shanquella Robinson. Well, she should have called and told Shanquella Robinson family where she was going. Okay. She says, I have worked various jobs since reestablishing residency in Connecticut in December of 2022. Please see attached offer letter from my most recent employer dated February 6, 2024. Attached and incorporated hereon as Exhibit C, showing the Hartford, Connecticut address, which has been redacted to protect my privacy. Okay. She wanted privacy. redacted. I also changed my address and registry on my bank accounts to Connecticut. Please see statements from April and May of 2024 attached, incorporate hereon as Exhibit D, showing the address, which we got it blurred out, Hartford, Connecticut address, which has been redacted to protect my privacy. All right. Now, when you get the number 6 right here, this is the young lady that accepted the mail of the civil suit when I guess the sheriff showed up down there in North Carolina. This is the young lady that was out there, and we got her name redacted also in the address. Mrs. Blank is over the age of 18. However, Miss Gordon did not have the authority to accept service on my behalf in blank Jamestown, North Carolina, as this address was not my residence, dwelling, or usual place abode, and has not been since April of 2021. On May 7, 2025, I received a text message from the lady at that house, at that residence, regarding some documents she was handed when she was outside. Upon information and belief, informed the person that Jamestown was not my residence. I declare under penalty and perjury under the laws of the United States of America, the foregoing is true and correct. She's basically saying that the lady down there in, I guess, Jamestown, North Carolina, where all her return mail, I guess, like with this court situation, it seems like that's where they sending it. You know, it's like when you look through the paperwork, she's still using that address, it seemed like. But she's saying that that lady was outside, and I guess the sheriff or whoever served her or gave her the papers for Daejhane. And as you see, she said, I received a text message from her regarding some documents she was handed when she was outside. Okay. Now she's trying to use this to say, hey, I wasn't properly served. I wasn't properly served. Hopefully you can read this, what's on the screen. I'm gonna leave that up there for a minute. So basically, she's telling the court she wasn't properly screened, okay? But how in the hell do they supposed to get this lawsuit to you? Do you want to just stay in hiding, which we see she wanted to just stay in hiding? But when you do, say, for instance, behind the scene work, her name came back to that address in Jamestown, North Carolina. And see, Jamestown, North Carolina is right there, but it's right beside where that club is at in Greensboro. It's right beside Greensboro, where they was at Electric Tequila and got in that stump out, that brawl, that fight out there. Jamestown is right there beside Greensboro. Electric Tequila is right there. So Shanquella Robinson family is correct that this young lady was in and around North Carolina. She was around there because we see the fight video. That's evidence showing her in North Carolina, and Greensboro is right beside Jamestown, North Carolina, where this lady here received the paperwork for Daejhane Jackson. So I guess when Daejhane Jackson left the club that night, she drove to Connecticut. She left and went home to her grandma's house back up in Connecticut. Nope, I don't think so. You probably went right over there to that house where that young lady was at. Daejhane Jackson is saying, due to the fact all this address, I was here at one point, I was in Walkertown, North Carolina, I left in December, and then I left in November, it should be dismissed. Under certain such law and statutes, you're supposed to be able to serve it. To me, it's what her attorney is telling her. Okay? Let me put the first paper. That's the first part of her response, declaration of Imani Green. So when we look at the kindergarten, that's basically what she's saying. I wasn't served right. Shanquella Robinson family didn't serve me right. Well, how can he damn serve you right and you hiding? The last we know of is you popped up at Electric Tequila over there in Greensboro, North Carolina, you and the rest of the buddies, and it's on film throwing hands. Allegedly throwing hands. And you had the blue light, what's that outfit on, jean shorts with the jean shirt with the Jordans on. You remember that, Daejhane? I mean, hey, I'm just saying what's online and what's public out here. But Daejhane Jackson is saying she wasn't properly served. These addresses, she put the receipts up. We have the receipts. It's public records. Just didn't put it up here. where she resided at different little locations, starting from 2021, allegedly, all the way up to once the situation happened in Cabo. And that's when she got the hell up out of North Carolina, because all you know was this young lady was all over the internet. Daejhane Jackson has let us know that was her in the video. And she said that she had to use self-defense. It wasn't alcohol poisoning. Okay? It wasn't alcohol poisoning. She say she had to defend herself. But as we see here, what we're reporting and I'm reporting, she's saying, oh, you can't serve me. That was the wrong address. I got a text message from a young lady over there. Well, what the hell is you doing using her address for, huh? Why is like, come on now. You using her address. Hopefully the judge don't buy this. Hopefully the judge don't purchase this for no type of money, no currency, okay? Hopefully the judge say no damn deal, you know? But that's where we are right now. That's where they are in litigation as we watch the world, as we watch from the world to see the turnout of the Shanquella Robinson case. I think it's sad. I think this is one sad case to see these people file paperwork saying they ain't got nothing to do with it, and Quilla allegedly passed away from alcohol poisoning. But now they buddy the one that told us that's her in the video, because she had to defend herself, Daejhane Jackson, not her money. Now it's not alcohol poisoning. It was a self-defense case where she had to use self-defense against Quilla. Okay? She say she had to use self-defense, y'all. All right? Now, do we believe that? Nope. Do we believe that? Nope. So I guess she say Quilla wanted to fight. When you look in their lawsuits and stuff, you'll see where it says they ain't had nothing to do with the fight. That was not a fight. Let me play a little audio that I love to play here with Malik Daehhane in the background and Khalil Cook in the background before we get out of here. It wasn't a fight. Daejhane Jackson has said basically it wasn't alcohol poisoning. It was self-defense. You know, we're not buying that. We're not buying it. We're not finna spend our money on it. But let's play the audio real quick. And listen what Quilla says, plain as day. They saying it was a fight, and we saying it's a damn lie. Because Quilla left us with a message telling us that it wasn't a fight. Listen.
Look, can you at least fight back?
No. What's your
At least something? Quilla, can you at least fight back?
No. What's your
At least something? Look, can you at least fight back?
No. What's your
At least something?
Wow. Quilla said no. Every time we play that, Quilla said no. Every time I play it, Quilla say the same damn thing, which is no. And you hear Malik Daehhane saying, Quilla, can you at least fight back? And she says, no. So how the hell is that self-defense right there if they use that in court? How is that self-defense? Shouldn't that bother Nazir Wiggins that got there late? Now they saying it was self-defense. He need to go back to his attorney and say, I was lied to by these people. I was lied to by the Cabo 6 or the Cabo 5. But guess what? Nazir know. He know what Daejhane just said and changed the narrative, since he wasn't there and he going by what they told him. One of the friends in there said they think it was alcohol. One of the friends told them that the friend said it was alcohol poisoning. Well, it's not. And he still ain't came back or had his lawyer to say, hold on now, file a motion or something to say, he need to upgrade his statement. He ain't called the Robinson family, the daddy or the mama, to say, wait a minute, they lied to me. Since he said in the video in the bathroom, he want everybody to get justice. He want Quilla to get justice, the mama to get justice. But Daejhane Jackson, from what people saying, is playing around with the address, saying that it needs to be dismissed. Y'all let me know what you think in the comment section. Hopefully I wasn't too sloppy with it. Let me know what you think in the comment section. One of her tactics, I believe, Sue Ann Robinson said, with this address. Wait a minute, I ain't get served. The lady over here, she ain't had authority to take the paperwork under Section 52 or something out here in America. And at the end of the day, the sad thing is they want this to go away. They want it to go away. But just imagine if one of them closed their eyes tonight, not even wishing it on them, and they got to stand before God. Will they lie? Will they lie when they stand before God? Wow. Let me know what you think in the comment section, though, from the paperwork. And go back and read it and read it and read it. Pause it, read it, pause it. And it's also public records out here in America. Stay tuned. We're going to post Nazir's response. We're going to post his response. And then we're going to match it up with him in the bathroom saying, a murder, an unaliving, because he said it twice. But he didn't mention it in his paperwork. So stay tuned. We'll be back.